A bitter split has emerged among returned servicemen over plans to forge closer ties with a former enemy. The RSL wants Vietnam veterans to make peace with the former Viet Cong. Some vets, though, have accused the RSL of betrayal, and leaders of Australia's Vietnamese community agree. Philippa McDonald reports.
The war may be over, but the memories are still fresh for these Vietnam veterans.
You do see someone's intestines all over the place. You do try and put someone's brains back in their head with a field bandage so they can get put on the stretcher to get taken home to their family. It's the horror.
At a Diggers book launch, veterans were seeing red over the RSL executive's proposal to make peace with former Viet Cong soldiers.
I just felt that we'd been dudded. How about that? Nobody had come to us.
Sort of cuts a little bit deep to those of us that have had service in Vietnam.
The government doesn't object, and the RSL says it's impossible to ignore the close economic and military ties forged between the two countries since the end of the Vietnam War.
We owe it to the future to start building bridges, or continue building bridges of understanding between those who fought on both sides during the Vietnam War.
The RSL's national president says it's an issue that won't go away and that 4 decades of hate hasn't achieved anything. 200,000 Vietnamese fled to Australia after the war, including a then teenage Thanh Nguyen. He says it's not a question of hatred but history and continued human rights abuses in Vietnam.
We will send a very, very negative message to the world that we Australians do not respect the values of human rights. We do not stand up for the weak.
Rear Admiral Ken Doolan says he understands the sensitivities, and Australian veterans marching side by side with former Viet Cong soldiers is not on the table. Philippa McDonald, ABC News.